Welcome to Born for the Trades, a home service podcast. And I'm your host, Mandeep Bhalla, sitting next to my co-host, Shreya.
Hi, everybody.
Today, we have amazing guests on our show here at Live Home Service Freedom event. He is one of the most respected leaders in the trade industry, one and only Ismael Valdez. And he made an exit. He's the owner of NexGen, and he made an exit of 100 million revenue. Welcome to our show, Ismael. Sup. What's going on?
Energy. Join us as we dive deep into the world of home service entrepreneurship, interacting with industry leaders, coaches, and entrepreneurs about their experiences, challenges, and victories. Through their inspiring stories, we hope to equip our listeners with the tools and knowledge they need to succeed in the competitive home service industry. So whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, tune in to Born for the Trades podcast for invaluable insight and real-world inspiration.
We need to know what's going on after your exit. What are your plans? Like just like, you know.
What is he up to?
What are you up to?
I'm not doing anything. I'm just at home chilling.
No way.
Out.
You're not that person.
No, down. Dude, I've been grinding, man. I'm not, the one thing everybody, if you guys don't know me, I'm probably one of the most competitive people in the fucking world. So I'm not, I still got NexGen. I got Nube going on. I got Data Cube going on. I got Hibachi Hana, which I just bought 8 restaurants.
Wow.
I'm about to close the deal on Nectar Juice Bars, which is 7 juice bars in Orange County. We just closed the Legacy Roofing, which is 2 roofing companies in Arizona. So I'm fucking hitting it from every direction, to be honest with you.
Now.
Just a little bit. And I'm still running NexGen. So I'm still going to NexGen at least once a day for a couple hours, talking to my people, mentoring them, steering them the right direction, making sure that they hit their metrics and they still need a leader. People still need a leader, no matter what size you're at.
How do you keep that momentum? Because really what I hear with that is momentum, right?
That's the one thing that we've had since day one is the momentum, coming off of a brand new business and doing $9.8 million in revenue your first year, that momentum starts picking up. And the minute that you stop that momentum going is when shit goes to, the company goes to shit and people don't want to work there no more. People are going to other companies. It's downsizing, all that. And that's not happening in NexGen. We're hiring people. We're still cranking out. We're set to do 125 to 130 million dollars this year on a bad economy, on a bad summer, on a bad year. Presidential elections are next year, so it's going to be a rough year too. But we're not focused on that. We're focused on what we can control. And what we can control is making sure that the customers get the customer, experience that NexGen provides. And,
That's amazing. For the listeners, I know, I've heard a lot of things about, economy is bad. But look at Ishmael, right? What's your take on economy? The
economy.
Market is there.
Dude, you keep going at what you know. Dude, what are we? We're contractors, okay? We're operators. We're not economists. We're not, we're not that smart. We're fucking dude, we're contractors. We focus on what we know how to do. You know what we know how to do? We know how to plumb. We know how to do AC. We know how to fix windows. We know how to do electrical. We know how to fix roofs and install new roofs. That's what we focus, and that's what that's where our energy and our time goes. The rest of the noise outside of that, we don't focus on.
I believe that trickles down to the team. I've been really noticing that when the owners believe that the recession is going to kill their business, every technician and salesperson at that company believes the same thing. So you're a good example because you have calculated momentum as an individual. Your company really reflects your personality. So as an individual, building that character for yourself, what advice can you give to men and women out there that are running a company to become that themselves, because their team can't be that until they are?
Never stop leading. Even up to this point, I sold my business last year of May, and there was enough money in there where I don't have to work for 100 lifetimes. And I know at the end of the day, there's 500 and something families at NexGen Air. There's a couple, I think I got about 600 other employees in my other companies. So there's still, those people still need a leader, and all the operators, all the owners of air conditioning, plumbing, electric, all those businesses, you guys got to understand, no matter what size you are, and especially in the crucial stages of the infancy of the business, they still need a leader. They still need somebody to look up to. They still need somebody to push them. I have my executives on a group message, the top people at NexGen Air Conditioning, and every fucking day, there's not a day that doesn't go by. And I'm serious, Monday through Saturday, obviously Sunday we're closer for our family and for God. But every day, there's not one day that passes that we're not talking, hey, how much revenue are we doing? Where are we at for the day? How many leads do we have? How many opportunities? Who's hitting what? Who sold? Like at 2 p.m., 8 p.m., I get a full report from my director of sales, KD, and he sends me the numbers at 2 p.m. and gives me a good gauge of what we're going to end up with today. And then by 8 p.m., he gives me a closeout of how much revenue we did company wide. But we're still on the group message. We're still having our meetings. We're still having sales meetings and all that. We don't stop the basics just because there's something going wrong in the economy or outside noise. So what I would tell you guys, no matter what size you're at, focus on the operation and focus on your people right now, especially right now, because what's about to come, it's obviously not good, but we don't focus on that. We focus on being leaders and we focus on what we know how to do. We know how to install an air conditioning. We know how to take care of people on their plumbing needs and on their electrical needs, and we capitalize on.
Yeah, that's amazing. What do you think? What do you say? Like, all these qualities, that's how you took your next gen to 150 plus, right? Million.
Of course.
And do you think like these qualities are required? Leadership?
100%. 100%. Dude, look, the number one problem I see with everybody that I go around these conferences, right? And I don't have to do these conferences. I love doing them. I love coming in here because, as you guys saw right now, there was 40, 50 people around me after I got on the stage, and they were all asking me questions on how to help them out with their business. The number one thing that you guys gotta overcome is the fear of pricing, the fear of hiring, the fear of marketing, the fear of you. Like, you fear yourself in every single decision, and that fear is dragging that decision along, and that's what creates the stall in growth, right? The reason why we're growing so fast at NexGen, why we were able to grow so fast, $130 million in 8 years doesn't happen overnight. The reason why we're able to do that is because there's a process of decision making every single fucking day, no matter if it's a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday, a Thursday, it doesn't matter the day. We're always making decisions on pushing revenue, on pushing profit, on hiring more people, on making the operation better. But we're always making decisions. That's the one thing I advise everybody. Everybody's like, I've been stuck for at 2 million, Ishmael. I've been, I'm 10 years into this. I got 5 employees and I'm stuck at 2 million. I'm like, you know what your problem is? Your problem is that you stopped making decisions 8 years ago, 9 years ago. You stopped making decisions. That's why you stalled that. The day that they start making decisions again is the day that the growth happens.
There you go.
And what's a story that you could tell us about your fearless leadership? A moment that you can think of where you really had to practice taking a risk and setting that fear aside for the better of the team. What does that look like?
When the year 3, when I was doing that at NexGen Air Conditioning, I think we were doing $32 million in revenue, and I think we were literally under 2% of fucking profit. And I thought that I can fix everything, and I thought that I was the one that was gonna, grow the profit. I thought it was me, and it took a lot of courage and a lot of fucking guts for me to be like, you know what, I need help. I can't figure this shit out myself. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I got up to $32 million just on grind and hustle and heart. And that's probably one of the most defining moments when Tom Howard came into the operation. He educated me on financials. And then I started building a management team to take care of my people, because up to $32 million, I was a sales manager. I was a general manager. I was the service manager, just like you guys were, right? I was the install manager. I was babysitting everybody.
You're wearing a lot of hats.
A lot of them at $32 million. So after $32 million and having that conversation with Tom, literally changed my whole life, because then I started delegating better. I built a managed system. I cleaned up my financials. Year 4 comes around, we do $60 million, and I think we profited a little bit over 9 mil.
Wow. That's it. See, that's an example. I want them to see what that looks like in real life, because they might think, oh, that's high in the sky. This guy's not relatable to me. That people have that gap.
It's a real grind. Dude, it's a real grind.
To get to anywhere between $25 million and up, like, you got to start educating yourself. Man. Like, you can get up to 5 mil, 10 mil just on grind and hustle and being everything, but eventually you're gonna wear off and you're gonna burn out. So I would if you guys could take one thing from me being here
Right.
is learn how to fucking delegate and learn how to trust your people, and more importantly, learn how to hold them accountable. That's the key.
What does the future look like for you? You know, what is a guy like you? What are those goals looking like? Because I'm really interested at this point what you're planning on doing.
Dude, I'm still gonna focus on NexGen because NexGen's always gonna be my baby. There's a lot of people in there that I've had that I still have really good relationship with, and I would never turn my back on them. So NexGen's always gonna be my baby. I'm always gonna stay focused on there, but I'm more focused, and for the last year, I think I've been more focused, more than ever. I've been more focused on self growth, self development. I started working out. I started taking care of myself. I hired a chef. Who starts on Monday. I got a personal trainer. I got like this whole next part of the next chapter of my life is going to be on educating myself a little bit more. I want to go to college. I never got a chance to go to college, and
Nice.
I've
Oh,
always
college.
I just want to go, man. I don't know if I'm gonna do like a financing degree.
Ish at heart.
I don't know if I'm gonna do like a financing course or like a psychology. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I want to go to college just to, for my daughters to be like, oh, dad grew a business. He was super successful, and he still had a chance to go to college. So there shouldn't be an excuse.
By example, once again. Yeah, imagine doing all that and then going to college, you guys.
That would be dope.
That's dope.
That'd be
That's
dope.
character over comfort.
That would be dope, right?
That will be dope. Like, yeah.
So
I'm
yeah,
not
I
saying
think.
I'm that.
So I think that's what I'm going to focus on for the next chapter of my life. I want to focus on bettering myself. Then I think the last chapter will be helping the masses. I try to come to these events and make an impact on people, not just to get my name out there, but actually help people out. So when people come up to me and they ask me for advice, I always steer them the right way. I always give them exactly what I would do if I was in their scenario.
Yeah. Yeah. For the listeners, don't feel shy to reach out to Ismael.
Hell no.
And Ismael, like how to reach out to you, like Facebook?
Go on Facebook. I have a social media page that I started 3 years ago. It's called Service Avengers on Facebook. It asks you a couple questions, answer them. I'll let you guys in there. There's 6,000 contractors in there. All like yourselves, electrical, plumbing, roofing, garage doors, everybody's in there.
Right.
And they're all range from, $1 million up to $250 million in revenue. All the key people in the industry are there. They're always helping out. I've seen Ken Haynes in there. I've seen Comerford in there. I've seen Gettles, Ken Goodrich in there. I've seen Tommy in there. Everybody.
I'm also there.
Shreya is there.
Deep into
Are always there. So we're always there trying to help you guys. So if you guys want to contact me, just go in there and either post or send me a DM and I'll get back to you guys.
That's amazing. For the listeners, I'm sure you're missing out here. This is such a great event by Tommy Mello.
Super dope.
Home Service Freedom. And make sure that you guys don't miss next year. And thank you so much, Ismael, on coming on the show. And this is like great advice. And thank you so much again.
Make sure you guys come to Service Freedom next year, because honestly, it was probably one of the dopest events.
It is.
It was probably one of the dopest events, and it's worth every penny.
Awesome. Thank you so much.